Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Gaming Wolf. Welcome to the final frontier. That's the name of the level. I didn't make it. Although that seems like it fit better in one of the other packs I played. It was either Hell to Pay or Perdition's Gate, where I just straight up went into space. Or, you know, any part of the episode second of Duke Nukem 3D. Although, this level certainly has a theme going on. I'm not sure I'd call it the final frontier exactly, but we're gonna have to touch that megasphere because I'm not getting it back when the level starts. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of gliding above caverns mostly. That's about as much as I can tell you. At least these archviles aren't a problem. They're kind of in place. Since I don't expect them to go anywhere, I can just shoot them back from here. Yeah, I was doing a bit of research and I was like, what if I just have low dopamine problems? So I'm just wondering what I can do about that. Yeah, it kind of tracks, just generally, which is odd because that would imply that I would need drugs, but I don't think so. It's a thing that you know how to do, baby. That you gotta know what you have to this place. Oof, supercharged. That makes me one. Well, there's invincibility, and I'm probably gonna want to have a bit of that.
You got the rocket, I do not. Oh, really? Whatever I have to do, it's not kicked in yet, so I gotta find a way to do things that make me happy. Well, it's kinda hard if you're alexithemic and you're like, what are emotions, dog? How many more things can I talk about that aren't Star Trek? Literally anything else. I mean, I just had some ginseng. I got this heating pad. What more do you want, body? Come on. Oh yeah, and a hot bath does work for a little bit, but it has other benefits that have nothing to do with my happiness, so... Yeah. I feel like we could have figured it out before we needed those hot springs, but then again, this is gonna be a thing, because, well, water softening is a thing. I don't know. This house is a piece of crap sometimes.
That's okay, cause we're gonna spend it all day in every way that we go up these pillars. Nefarious Nefertitis. She's got nether tits. Don't think about what that means. Cause Egyptians wouldn't have you, please. I must carefully go back down. That was quite an awkward way of dealing with that. Wait, no. Just land onto the... Oh, okay. I'm trying to land in there. Yeah, okay. Cool. That's a silly secret entrance if I ever saw it, but hey. Whatever works, G. I'll come back for your biosuit later. Then I'll get your chain gunners and I'll tell them, hey, what's up?
By this point,
Yeah, this has been a weird last 5 months, as in, like, everyone collectively decided, what if we just decided to replace humans with AI? And then I'm like, oh, so you don't want me to complain about how AI works, but you want to not complain about this? Although it's revealed what I've known this whole time, which is why I don't generally have, like, a position anywhere. I don't have friends in high places. I have a lot of friends in low places. Whatever that means. It's not like... I'm not talking about, like, mob connections. No, not that kind of shit. I just mean, like, just randomly at, like, little places around the planet. Which is what I mean by low. It would be, like, an infamously high place. I met a lot of high places. Are there good high places, you know? Maybe some philanthropists want to weigh in on the situation. How
how does one make money and still maintain being a philanthropist? I think that's the real question we gotta ask.
What are we going to pretend that this arch-violent, it doesn't want to defend? I don't know why I made it die. This is the way of all of my little friends. That is the one we want in store. If we do not want us to adore, that is the way of all the things. Now I understand how people get into addictions, because they're really not getting... They're just having a hard time being happy. I get it. But for me, it turns out it is not so much that. It is a matter of, like, when you're in a state of not really being happy without actually feeling negative, there's other things you don't notice, such as just not giving a damn. And, you know, apathy would be okay, if not for the fact I want to be motivated to do things in which I don't know that I care about anymore. I don't know if anyone's picked up upon that,
You can't exactly diagnose yourself with low dopamine without someone looking at you and be like, oh, you must want drugs. I'm like, man, I don't know. Like, what would be the safest way? I've heard there's studies being like, oh, what if we just take in the positive parts of LSD? Man, I don't know. I have to have the highest, like, drug substance user demographics of the land with PhDs to explain that to me. Because I do not want to mess with my brain's biochemistry. I mean, I do, but I don't want it to make it worse.
So just blast them with your plasma rifle. Get a mega armor. Tell them your friends, what's up, hosses? Is there a cyber demon up there? Oh, screw this level with a 10-pound cake. 510 pounds of cake. You would never survive. Even if you get through half that cake, you're probably dead. In like a day. It's like, oh no. I'm made of nothing but cake now. And I got the cake from Cake Town. Yeah. Yeah. How does it feel, Mr. Roguelike, to realize that procedural generation was the key to our problems in society today? That's gotta sting. What about, like, when there's automated ways to kind of make Doom levels? Doesn't that fall in the same category? The obliged stuff? Which might be branched off of Obsidian or some other stuff I'm forgetting, like ObHack. Some other shit. You know, we've already had systems like that already available, and it's just more advanced. It just feels more advanced now, but that's simply because of all the information we fed into it. That doesn't necessarily make it better, but that's what happens when you have high wisdom and low intelligence, I think. Is when you have all this, like, stuff to draw from, but you don't know how to make it make sense. So a high knowledge base, low brain power, or just no brain power, because that's what you're doing. You're trying to communicate hypothetically with a database, and nah, man. I just want to know how people thought they could be convinced that they didn't need anyone in order to, like, succeed in life. I'm like, man, I wish. That's my whole problem. I don't want this baron to mess with me no more. Chain gunners up, apart from you. Once I get this one key, shit's gonna happen. There'll be arch-vials in my face. Who's to say? One day. Yeah. I have to manually keep myself moving until I figured out the mysteries of the mind. It's funny, despite any kind of mood swing or moment I'm in, mentally / emotionally, and I still find time for video games anyway. I think what was been bothering me is if when and trying to, you know, make time for myself in a way that's not productive, I really do feel like that since it's not resulting in anything, that I wonder if it was just a chase for nothing. So it's just like, oh wow, I'm so happy that I just watched this video. Well, that's never going to be a part of my memory anymore. You know? We need more substantial goals that really mean a lot more, and that's kind of why I've been... That's just another one of the reasons to have good diet and exercise, right? Or just any sort of taking care of yourself thing, but, you know, we want the immediate solution, that's how we get into trouble, but a long-term solution wouldn't be so bad if we knew how long we had to wait. You know, since no one has a good time frame for, you know, any amount of problem solving, it kind of gets annoying. It makes you not want to work on it at all. Kind of makes you look at the pain elements and say, this is my life now, of pain elementals. Oh, there's multiple pain elementals. You can't be having this crap. This is a cyber demon call. He just wants to tell you he's in the party. Yes, cyber demon in the party. He needs a bidet. President bidet, that is. Yeah, president with a bidet with a beret. Today. Only the way that you want it. Only if I would have got it. That is the way of all life. So, that's how you want to do it, huh? Well, at least I managed to do it without hurting my throat this time. But that doesn't solve everything. It just feels like sometimes the things that happen to me are just a matter of RNG. Such as smoke suddenly appearing in front of my doorstep and all around me, encompassingly. And it's just like, that was due to a freaking lightning strike. And I'm like, what? What are the implications that such a random thing can hit just the right spot of deprecated forest land that I have to feel the effects? Now I'm learning that people have to deal with that stuff all the time. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm the least worldly, but I'm still surprised by how much shit people take on a daily basis. Despite how much I already think life sucks in a sense, so... It's like, even my cynicism does not match the worst person's optimism. Even when I'm at my worst, it's still pretty good. So you can definitely handle me at my best. If you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve my best. Okay. That means you're a psycho. Yes, you're a psycho. That's okay. As long as you admit it to yourself and me. That's kind of stupid that I'm even attempting to BFT that way, but at least I got rid of the Mancubus. That's not really effective use of that. Oh, the other way is to try to get up next to them, and I don't see that happening much either, so maybe we should just have a dueling rocket match. Okay, I get it. So he's close enough to fire me, but I'm not close enough to fire on him. I understand. I understand that bullshit you're trying to sell me and peddle. You're one of those bullshit mongers, aren't you? Do. You like to monger the things, 'cause you're a mongrel, 'cause you're from Mongolia. This is the way of all those kinds of crappy stuff things. All of those things that you wanted to destroy. To get destroyed by rockets on rocket action. Many such cases. Yeah, probably the least interesting Cyber Demon battle yet. Hard to say. Also, isn't this the music they used for that one Sandy Peterson level? Where it was just a bunch of, like, thin lines. I still don't know. I mean, I know why people dislike that level, but I still don't dislike it myself, nor will I ever. Look, man, I like my levels to be non-Euclidean horror sometimes, because it's better than the alternative of everything pushing my feces back into my body and forcing myself to put it back out. You don't want that experience. It's like, oh no, I'm pooping backwards. This is a nightmare. We can't be having that crap. Just get through the blue door. Forehead. I'm forehead in love. Falling in love with all my little friendlies. All of my friends, they don't tell me what's up. This is the way of all my shitty friendies. All me friends, and that is true. Do. Could it be a trick? A trick of the mind? There's only one way to say. What if it was the bag of chips? It wouldn't make any sense, because that's not sugar. Looks like I have yet to figure it out. Although, I have another theory. A game theory. It's okay, I'm just gonna have to pucker up, Buttercup. Sucker down, Tucker Clown. That means you, Chris. Please.
There we go. Game time significantly less than the total actual video time. That's what happens when you load saves. It messes with the natural order of time travel. We can't be having that in our time travel parties now, can we?